what they do, where they're calling from, where they're joining from, and maybe one thing that they would like to benefit from this session, which would help us to be able to also kind of see if what we're prepared would be useful. So you can just put in the chat your name, where you're dialing in from, and one thing you'd like to benefit from this session, and maybe your organization. So I'm just going to start the session, and I'll run through some intros, then I'll hand over to Olivia, who would run us through the important part, then I'll come back, and then we'll have Q&A. So this is what we're going to cover for today. We'll do welcome and introductions, which is what we are doing at this moment. And then we introduce the purpose of the webinar, we introduce the webinar itself, and we run through the agenda as well. Then we have Olivia, who would come in and take us through the crux of the conversation, which is about what we call social listening and how that is very important in terms of going into your planning and strategy for 2025, and how this is something that we need to begin to think about as we go into brand plans and also building marketing plans for the next year and thereon. And then I would come back to talk about the case studies from our company of what we've done in partnership with Emplifi, and then we'll have some form of Q&A, and then we'll move from there to close out. So I'll do introductions of our company, and then Olivia would pick it up from introduction of Emplifi. So we're called Impressions On, one ad tech company, and part of what makes us different is we are an insight-led agency. So basically what we're thinking about is a lot of times Olivia and I would have conversations and we would say data is like crude, and a lot of times you have to kind of figure out how to squeeze that crude and get insight. I can come and tell you that 50% of me what you add, but then I have to be able to get more from that to say what did they do, what time, what of the ads resonate with them, so that you're able to clean this as well and say all of that. So we specialize in creating tailored strategy that resonate with our target market, combining data-driven insights, and our expertise in audience engagement solutions can also drive meaningful conversations with audience and drive business forward as well. Basically, one of our goals is to execute to precision, which is what I was explaining, that how can we help clients, how can we help people that we work with to be able to execute with precision? So what are those things that we can do that we know that if you are going to say this, if you're going to speak on this, if you're going to talk about this, we are helping you execute with precision. So I'm just going to hand over to Olivia now to run us through Emplifi and himself, and then we get into the session.
Thank you, Nifemi. So nice to talk to you today. So my name is Olivier. I run the partnership at Emplifi. So we are a vendor. We specialize in what we call social media management. Basically, you know, if I can give an analogy, I have two analogies I want to start with because I think they're a cool one that I like. So we speak about, of course, you know, communication on social, marketing on social, and being successful into, you know, what we are trying to do. So to be successful, you need three pillars. Okay, think about it. You need a good strategy, you need a good team, and you need a good tool. Okay, and if one of it is missing, you have a problem. It will not work. If you have a, you know, a fantastic tool but a very poor strategy, it's not working. If you have a fantastic strategy and a fantastic tool, but the people to operate the tool and the strategy are not good, it will not work. You see, so this is very important to understand. And so these are, you know, the three pillars that are responsible for success. And what we do, we provide the tool. Okay, this is what we do, and we partner, you know, here with Impression On because we just need to be able to fulfill the full solution to clients to have the expertise, the people, you know, and the tool to be, you know, used in the right way. So our approach to social, and we are into a journey of now. The company started originally 10 years ago, but we have been acquired 4 years ago. And we were very well known as a company providing analytics on social, and the company name was Social Bakers. And the company was renamed after big investments to provide not just analytics on social, but also listening. We're going to talk about listening today, also community management, publishing, all what you need to manage conversation on social media. So this journey that we have been into, this acquisition, we have been adding new feature into our platform. We acquired company even, to add more features. It's a good accelerator if you want to develop something new, to just buy something that is available. But then you need to integrate that. It's a very heavy job. And then what we have been doing also at the top of this is to add AI in a very smart way. And our company is driven by innovation. What you see here on the square on the right of the screen, it's a little bit small, but last week analytics, we have it's bigger. Yes, that an analytics firm, US organization, has the mission of helping buyers to buy the best product. Okay, so what they do is that they analyze in one segment what is available. Here they take only company making more than $100 million per year in a subject. Here we talk about social media management product. And Emplifi, you don't see here, but on the top right is ranked, as the best companies. It's very difficult, it's for us, it's like having a Grammy Award to be able to have this. And it's showing that what we are doing is very, very efficient. And Emplifi is working with the greatest company in the world. The good thing is that we are, kind of very pertinent for small, medium, and very large organization. Talking about larger organization, for example, in oil and gas, we work with Saudi Aramco. They are our client. They use us to communicate on social, and also we work with Total Energy in France. But also so many brands: Chanel, Cartier use us, Nike, Puma. Amazing brands, are using us. And today we are going to speak about one aspect about what we do and what is possible to do. You can do this with us. You can do this with other tools as well. It's about social media listening, okay, which is one aspect of what we can do. Another analogy I can give you on listening, and it's great because today with digital, you can really take insight real time and get a lot out of it. But listening is just one part of the story, because listening as an analogy, is telling you, for example, if my analogy is about, healthcare, the listening tell you the disease that you have. It's not giving you the cure. Okay. And to be able to, but it's very important to identify the problem that you have, and when we come, and when we partner with Impression, and when we help clients, what we always try to usually fix a problem is to improve a situation. But it's very important to define, okay, what is your problem? Because then you can work on the solution. And the solution also is part of the tool, but it's also part of the strategy that you will have. I mean that there are other parts of what we are going to talk today, more on the campaign management side, on the publishing side, on the community management side that exist, that are here to help to build the best communication strategy on social media. But let's rewind now and let's focus on listening, which is our main topic today. That is a very important subject. What we see today, and you can see here, we have a study from McKinsey saying that, basically today, efficient company, the one that are, good in their segment, whatever, it can be retail, hospitality, oil and gas, governments, when they use listening, basically they have better results than their competitor. It makes sense, right? Because there is a lot of data, available. And what you want to understand is how people think about yourself. And, some people talk to you as a brand, if you are a brand, but some people, they talk between themselves. And with social media, there is a lot of data that are public, Not everything is public, by the way, because you also have, depending on the social media channel, different, approach to security and and they don't give you access to all data. So, the data that you can have access to on Twitter is not the same than on Meta or on LinkedIn, they all have their own policy, but you have a lot of data in general. And it's very important to be able to use that. And if you do that, you will be able to do better. We can go to the next slide. Yeah. So what is social media listening, right? So I don't know what you don't know, but today what we are able to do, and I can take the approach of a vendor like us. Okay. So what we do is that we connect with API, via API to Meta, to X, to Snapchat, and we gather data. Okay. It's not free, by the way, to do this, so that you know. Okay. Some of the data you have available, you can do some small query when you use Facebook, for example. But what you want to do is to do more advanced query. And there is a lot of data that are not available, what we call natively. Natively means, when you use directly Facebook without a tool like us, okay? Because, we pay money to Meta to give you access to more things that Meta is giving you if you don't pay anything, right? So social media listening means that, you have the ability to connect to social media channel, but also to the web, to blogs, to forum, and, with keywords, to be able to find what you are looking for. And remember that what is very important is always to start with a strategy. Never forget that, because you need to know what you are looking for, okay? I give you an example as well. If you're Apple, the company, and you look for the word Apple on social media, you will have a lot of false positive, of course, you see? So you need to have a tool that is able to eliminate what is not the apple from the product to give you the apple that you need, you see? So there is a lot of requirement from product to be connected by product to be able to do that. But there is also a requirement to work with agency to be able to help you, because you have two choices. Either you could do this listening in-house, okay? And you could maybe buy the tool. Remember, you need a strategy, a tool, a team. So just having the tool is useless. You need a team. If you don't want to go into this, maybe you will work with Impression, for example, as an agency to be able to give you this service. And I will deliver you the reports, on the right data. But social listening is definitely this act of tracking, social platform and web and online news to be able to gain insight. We can go to the next slide. Right. So social listening is really a matter of, empowerment. Here we talk about CMOs and, we talk about marketing leaders. So when you do social media listening, first you have a strategy, and it gives you, one of the things that it can give you is to find trends. What are the trending topics? What are the trending hashtags? What's going on in your market? And again, as you know, the good old marketing approach, you need to have studies to be able to have the right approach, and you need to know your customer. And into this world where more and more people, they are young, they are, Gen Z, things are moving very, very fast. So you need to be able to, and it's a nice way to connect to social media with listening to be able to find trends, okay? It's also good to be able to monitor your own brand, right? To see how people talk about you. Some people talk to you on social if you have a brand and if you have social profiles, or if you have your own Facebook page or LinkedIn page, but also you have people talking between themselves about you. They don't talk to you. And maybe they talk badly about you. They talk good about you. If they give love to your brand, it's important to answer them as well, you see? So it's not just the negative, it's also about the positive and learning, from both, okay? And all of that, is also based on customer experience, improving customer experience. When people buy your product, for example, you want to understand how do they talk, about you, and to be able to get insight out of it and to act on it. So being more agile, and, being able to provide the right product strategy, customer feedback is very good because, you know, I'm old and by the time you have the survey and the answer, maybe the trend